Do you think that some of the negotiations this summer and last summer went the way they did? If the players...
I love that you were taking a pee and you were still thinking things.
Always think. I think best when I'm in the bathroom, either in the shower or going.
100%. I feel that.
Do you think that there's a possibility, and this is really far out there, tinfoil hat, just bear with me on this one. Do you think if the players loved playing here, do you think negotiations would have gone a little differently?
You mean Marner and Nylander?
Like, let's
and
say
Matthews?
they loved their coach. The way that St. Louis loves Berube. The way that Carolina loves Brind'Amour.
Babcock tax?
I mean, I think there's a Toronto tax for sure for young
Yeah.
guys. I think you're going, well, yeah, let's see how Leaf fans react when I'm not here.
Stop playing sports. Stop playing sports. Like if you don't want the pressure, stop playing sports. NBA stars, no matter what market they play in, have to deal with this nationally.
Way more.
Yeah,
Way more.
Giannis plays in Milwaukee, and he has to deal with
Damon
it
Lillard.
nationally.
Portland.
Because this poor guy. See, the thing about Giannis, this poor guy, it's awful. Do you know what's wrong with him?
What is it?
He's really fucking good. And people like him and they pay attention to him. Oh, it's the worst. I hope he writes a book one day.
But I mean,
and talks about how awful it is
my
to
point
be
is,
good.
no.
and
My
talked
point
about.
is the coach. Could the coach thing? Could that play an angle?
If Sheldon
it does.
Keefe was the coach, would Mitch Marner sign for $1 million less?
Yes.
maybe
No, I don't
maybe
know.
not $1 million less, but maybe the negotiations aren't as contentious. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe it's like, you know what? I got to be a part of this now, rather
Right.
than I am the part of this, which seemed to be the attitude. Just an ask. Just a question. Maybe not.
Steve, what is Adam, your number's 20 games in is where you truly assess you're hired for the rest of the season or
I
you're
think
fired?
So. I think you have to. 20 games, you better know something. If something's wrong, you better know it by game 20, right?
Right. And if
Like it's like now it's like I have a feeling something's wrong. By game 20, 25% into anything, you should probably, if you're 25%, if you are
what is
5 weeks
what's
into
coming?
dating someone, you probably have either red flags or not, right? 5, 6 weeks into dating someone.
How far into the Korean War do you have to be to know?
You have to be in Pyongyang and China enters, and then you're like, damn, we better back it off and bring it back down to the parallel that existed before, which is what happened.
Which Franco-Prussian war battle?
The French knew they were in trouble when they got surrounded twice
How
by the
much
Prussians
of your
in
brick-
1871. Look
Are
it
you
up.
fucked?
Happened.
Holy shit.
That's it. A lot of people say it led to the
A lot of people? People are
tensions,
saying.
the tensions existed for 50 years, and then World War I started, and the Germans almost did it again.
Are the French still like, those Prussians?
I don't know. I don't think so.
those-
I think they've maybe given up on that. There's other issues at hand.
Those Prussians. I don't know. There's one guy who's still like,
They were very upset about losing
Prussians.
Alsace and Lorraine.
Right.
So at that point, at the 20-game mark, from that point on, you're kind of on the, okay, if it goes south here, you're gone. If it keeps going in the right direction, we're keeping you on.
Wouldn't you?
It sounds right.
That's all I have to go on.
Right.
I mean, when you see most coaches fired, it's either like, oh, we saw it coming and we kind of thought they'd be fired going into this season, which honestly was somewhat what we thought with Babs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like, here's a surprise firing right before playoffs, like New Jersey's done a couple times, and Lou Lamoriello's like, I will coach.
That was another crazy power structure thing.
Yeah, crazy. But I look at this and I think at 20 games, I would want to know. If I'm the manager, I would want to know. And I expect that the Leafs would know. And if you go through, if they continue to play like this by game 40 and you still haven't made a change, now it's not Mike Babcock's
40?
problem. Let's say they go halfway through the season. Let's go to 50% of the season. If they continue to play like this and you haven't made a change, that's no longer Mike Babcock's fault. It's yours.
Well, it's all, yes, exactly. It's all perception. So the second Dubas fires Babcock, oh, it's on him. And now we're talking about if he doesn't fire Babcock, it's on him. Dude, fire the guy. All roads lead to fire the guy. We're done here. We're done. Stop. Stop doing compressions. There's no more breath.
So Darnell Nurse.
We're done here.
Darnell Nurse has
I want to know Steve's timeline.
what is Steve's timeline?
Last April.
What is
April
it now?
2019.
What is it right now?
Today. Fire him today. We're done. We're done. It's over. It's over, folks. It's over. Thank you for your service. We're done. Oh, well, he did this and he did that. That's great. That's great. I like history too. We're done. Right?
No,
You want this in blue?
not quite. We're not quite done.
We're done. No, I'm not saying we're done.
Yeah.
We're
It's
done
just,
with this
If you're
situation.
firing Babcock right now, you better believe that the roster can turn it around with the new head coach.
Yeah, I do.
You better.
I do.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're 100% confident that
Right
with
now.
a new head coach,
Yes.
this lineup performs better.
Yes.
All right. If that's what you believe, then yes, you better fire Mike Babcock.
I have to tell you something.
I don't know if I believe in the roster enough for that to be true.
Okay. Interesting. Why not?
I could see a situation where you fire Mike Babcock and nothing changes.
Could you?
That they play at this same level because they just don't have it right now because they're not old enough and not mature enough. And there's no one in there who's truly won and knows what it takes to win.
So
Not
you're-
even your captain, John Tavares, has won anything.
He's been to a
True.
Yeah, it's true.
Not even a one playoff series.
One player. There you go. So I don't know at this point. That's why I'm saying right now isn't the solution because you don't know that it's his fault. It could be the guys,
Here's what we got.
but they have potential. That's for sure.
Might be a success, might be a failure. That's if you fire him. Might be a success, might be a failure. If you keep him, will fail.
You don't know that.
Yeah, we do. If we're going evidence-based, you will fail. That's the path. We can keep walking down the path to failure just because it's well lit and shit. Or we could go down the slightly creepy one that, who knows, maybe it leads to like a gingerbread house or something. Maybe it leads to a championship. Maybe it leads to there's a bear in the house and you get eaten.
I hate when that happens.
Red Dead.